He's possibly the worst Wonders of the First player ever. Your videos are getting dislikes. You were 34th out of 38. You should probably stop now.
SCG Cincinnati's finish was 34th out of 38th. That's not nerves. That's not bad luck. That's someone who generally didn't know what he was doing in a room full of people who knew exactly what they were doing. And yet, here I am anyways.
SCG Con DC. You thought I was gone?
Round 2 of me versus not knowing what I'm doing, or against everybody else who does. But you know what? I showed up anyways, and I think that's the whole point. Before we get to the tournament, let's talk about the thing that kind of intimidated me the most when I first played in my first tournament, and that was registration. Because if you've never been to one of these before, it looks way more complicated than it actually is. And as we kind of go through this episode, I'm going to grade this on a scale of 1 to 10 on how difficult things actually were. Now, it is very simple when navigating through the website. You literally go to play.wondersccg.com. You are going to scroll down and find an event that you actually want to play in. And for instance, if I wanted to compete in any one of these tournaments, I would go down to feature dated one. And let's say I want to compete on July 5th, 12:30 p.m. over in 200 Peterson Avenue, South Douglas, Georgia. And I click on that, and you're going to see this screen pop up. You literally click join event, you buy your ticket, and you are done. And make sure that you have the correct email, because you are going to need the card.io registration and stuff to come through so that you can update your wins, your losses, and know what you're doing while you're at the event. It honestly really is that easy. Quick tip. Your phone basically runs your day. Pairings, standings, table assignments, and results. Everything is right there in the palm of your hand. So if you're attending your first event, you will be using your phone quite a bit. So make sure it is charged. No wandering around confused, no guessing. Just check your phone, find your table, and play. And what I mean by that, remember when I told you, remember the email address you put in. You can only have one registered on there. They will send you a link. You open it, log in, click the event, and it gives you a readout of everything. Registration difficulty, 1 out of 10. Stress level, I would say 2 out of 10. The biggest thing is deciding what events I'm going to go to. Confidence level, 5 out of 10. Excitement level, 10 out of 10. After I completed registration, something strange happened. Something I wasn't expecting. I sit down and I look to my right, and sitting next to me is American Texan, a creator that I've been watching since I learned about Wonders of the First. Someone whose videos generally helped me learn about this game. Out of every seat in the entire building, he ends up sitting next to me. Coincidence? Probably. But it felt like a sign. Like, maybe I was supposed to be exactly where I'm at. And honestly, that led me to something else. A lot of other people look at content creators as their competition. Views, subscribers, the algorithms, who's growing faster, who's bigger, who's winning. I've never really looked at it that way, because sitting next to American Texan didn't feel like I was sitting next to competition. It felt like I was sitting next to someone who helped me get there. And all that weekend, I kept seeing creators and players alike willing to hop in and help no matter what. People sharing ideas, teaching, building, and well, growing. And maybe this community gets stronger when we stop asking, how do I beat everyone else? And start asking, how do we build something worth being a part of? Now, when walking the floor of SCG Con DC, you quickly learn that at most SCG cons, the place is massive. Vendors, artists, deck boxes, sleeves, traders, buyers and sellers, players from all over the country. And for a second, that old Cincinnati feeling, well, it came back. The feeling that I probably don't belong here. That feeling that everyone knows more than me. The feeling that you're a rookie who literally placed last in the last event. I'm a buy round. Most people see me, they already know it's a win. And then I remembered something. Every single player in this room was new once. New player checkpoint, intimidation factor, 8 out of 10. Community vibe, 10 out of 10. The chance that I would probably get destroyed, 10 out of 10. Round 1. Okay, this is it. Every mistake, every lesson, every game since Cincinnati, my month of experience on the line right now. And honestly, I am nervous because last time I didn't win a single game in the tournament. And in my first match, I still didn't. Big old Captain Sexy beat me again, and I nearly escaped with my first win. However, as the matches would go on, I would eventually win my first game.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Not the tournament, not the event, not the championship, a game. I would go on to lose 2 more games. One, I was severely outplayed. It was a very well played match. And we'll get to actually my second loss that I still kick myself for. And I would eventually win a second match. My first real tournament wins. And if you've ever struggled with something, you know exactly why this matters. Because eventually there comes a moment when the thing you've been practicing finally starts working. And when it does, nothing feels better. New player checkpoint, number 3. Confidence level, +5. Hope level, through the roof. Still a rookie? Absolutely. The mistake, my second loss. This is the kind of mistake that haunts you for a very long time. When your opponent plays a card and you know you have them beat, except you don't fully read the card, which I didn't, and I assumed. I didn't verify, and I played a card in a lane that I could have played in another lane, and having 3 more actions than they did, I had more than enough actions, more than enough power to win it in another lane. And that decision, that mistake, cost me the game. And that's on me. There's no excuses for that. No bad luck, no blaming someone else. Sure, I heard a couple people saying, yep, there's a bye-week player talking about me. And that's fine. I mean, you're not everybody in this community is not going to be the sunshine and rainbows that we try to make them out to be. And that's okay. This was just a lesson. Read every card every time if you're not 100% familiar with it. And what I will say is most players are okay with you asking to read their cards. Because God forbid, Mocha, I had that man explaining cards to me. And even though he beat me very badly in Cincinnati, he had no problem reading those cards. So at the end of the day, that rating, Cincinnati, 34th out of 38th. SEG Con DC, I finished 19th out of 28th. Is it a championship? No. Is it progress? Absolutely. And that's what matters. Final checkpoint. Registration, 1 out of 10. Community, still a 10 out of 10. Fun, 10 out of 10. Would I return? 100 out of 10. Would still like to stop misplaying? Also, 100 out of 10. Let's just say that the rookies, we're still here and we're coming for those top tables. Now, here's what nobody tells you about being someone new at something. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, and it's also very humbling. You walk into rooms where everyone seems to know exactly what they're doing and you're figuring it out in real time. Sometimes in front of a camera, sometimes in front of strangers. Sometimes you have 0 YouTube experience and you're deciding to make videos, and regardless of all the negative criticisms you get, I don't care. I'm going to keep making content because I love this community and I love what I do. And sometimes it's all the above, and something happens when you keep showing up. The fear doesn't disappear. We just learn how to wear a mask that allows us to change and make it become the fuel. Now, I don't know if I'll ever be the best player in the room. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe this channel will fail. But you know what? That's not the point. Because my goal was never about becoming the next YouTube sensation. It was never about becoming the world's best Wonders of the First player. It was about becoming a little bit better than the person who walked into that room at SEG Con Cincinnati. Because a month and a half ago, as of today, I had no idea what I was doing. And today, I have won tournament games. I have made what I would like to consider lifelong friends. I have introduced my son to this game, and I have learned lessons. And I left better than I arrived. And that's enough for now. I'm Visage Roulette, and there's still plenty of Wonders of the First, Last Call, and side quests to still be had. I'll see you on the other side.
For the spark. Side streets, rooftops, and neon rain. Laughing with strangers I'll never forget. Masks can fall when the music rises, and I find my face in the things I've done yet. Little detours, a borrowed song. Hands in the air as the day goes by. Every what if turns into why not. Every answer is a bright new sky. If I take that turn, if I trust this flame, if I wear this dream like a brand